In this video, we are going to perform a percent of 1 RM B day. B day for us is extension work. For our training percentage, we're going to go at 35%. The reason we're going to do 35% is that is our cutoff where we go from 4 reps down to 3 reps. So anything 35 and above, we are doing 3 reps for each of our fingers. 30% and below, we are doing 4 reps for each of our fingers. Uh, just a training volume decision. As intensities go up, we decrease the rep volume a little bit. We will go into browse all protocols. I'm going to type in 35 here. There we go. That's our B day. I'm going to train on my right hand. I already have the device connected. Let's say we are going to change our throwing velocity. Let's say I recently hit a new PR of 93. So my intensities are going to go up just a little bit. For fingertip extension, it's telling us to put our fingers in the bottom holes here. For me, that's totally comfortable. If for whatever reason it's not comfortable, you can utilize those middle holes. And as a reminder, whenever we move these fixed digit receivers, we want to pinch the rabbit ears to slide them easily. Click continue, and we'll float the fingers to calibrate. Extension is a little bit funky. We're training the back side of the forearm. Our targets are going to be a lot lower because we can't create quite as much force. Might be a little funky to sustain this 11, but I'm going to do my best. Again, that 11, that's going to come from the 1 rep max strength targets. We'll actually swipe out of the app and we'll look at this real quick. So we're training extension today. We selected 93, 4-finger extension at 93. The target is 31. Because we're doing a 35% protocol, that is why we have the 11. Then so on and so forth with our index, middle, ring, and little. So we'll swipe back to the app. We'll do rep number 2. If you guys can see, I'm going to create a little bit of a funky camera angle here, and I apologize for that. But I have my elbow resting on my armchair here. That is totally okay if you want to rest your arm during training. As you hear me say time and time again, we just want to be in a comfortable and repeatable position. That way we can be consistent with our training and consistent with our data. We are done with our 4-finger work and we are on to the index finger. So I'm sliding those 3 other fingers, the middle, ring, and little, out of the way. And we are just going to create 4 units of force, again, upward, as you can see the picture there with the arrow. So there we go. This picture here showing us what our force should, or how we should be applying force and how we should be set up within the device. Rep number 2. We have our 8-second rest time in between reps. That is consistent across the board in any of our strength training or our percent of 1 rep max target training. We are going to have an 8-second rest on each of the reps. 8-second hold time, 8-second rest. You'll also commonly see a 2-second ramp up and a 6-second programmed hold time. That one I went way too hard. I don't know if you guys saw that. We'll try to get a quick look here. There we go. I averaged 7. I went harder than I needed to. That's important to note right now. We don't need to be blowing these targets out of the water. The targets are the targets for a reason. We are programming a steady ramp up. Thus, we want to be hitting the targets. There's no sense setting personal records right now because if anything, that's just putting too much load on the system or on the body for what we really want scheduled out. So there we go. That was perfect. I averaged 5. I think I probably averaged 5 again. There we go. And my last rep of middle finger. Done. and on to the ring finger. As you guys have probably heard me say before, the ring finger is the toughest one for me. That goes for both flexion and extension. Extension is pretty tough for me to control. I feel like I did an okay job there, probably because the forces are low enough. If you caught me up at a 70% of 1 RM target session, I would be really struggling to sustain. One thing you guys might notice a little bit funky is I apply force with my ring finger. The other fingers do move a little bit. That's okay. That's totally fine. It's not like we need to keep the other fingers steady. We are just focused on the force production of one specific finger. Ring finger done, and we are on to the little finger. Three units of force with the pinky or the little finger really shouldn't be tough for me. I am getting a little fatigued on the extensor side. I can feel it. Totally okay. You guys have probably heard me say this. It is okay if these workouts are hard. It's working out. We are expecting this to be a little bit challenging. If it is very hard or you're struggling to hit your targets, definitely let either us know with FlexPro Grip or let your manager know if you're at a facility, and we can adjust your programming accordingly to make sure we are supporting the specific needs that you have. Also, on the other side, if this is extremely easy, maybe we can accelerate your programming a little bit. Maybe we can do something a little bit more aggressive. But that's it for the little finger. So we will move those finger receivers out of the way and we'll set up for radial deviation. As you can see, we are now moving from this Spock grip or this Vulcan grip with the deviation paddle in between my middle and ring finger. We're going to flip that middle finger over to the side. So now it's between my index and middle finger. And there's no hand strap. Some athletes might have it. We don't even supply the hand strap. If you really feel like you need one for some security on the device, let us know. We'll ship one out. But we are now going to take the left hand after I press OK on my instructions or press continue and we calibrate. I'm going to take my left hand, I'm going to brace the back of the device, and I'm going to try to apply force towards my thumb. So across the screen, I'm going to be pressing kind of back towards me. We'll press continue, we'll calibrate. Radial deviation is actually probably the toughest exercise for me. So we will see how I do here hitting these targets. I think I'll be okay. This is still probably low enough. Move my hand to the middle of the screen for y'all. It's definitely important to make sure that the straps are tight for this, both the forearm strap and the wrist strap, and using that offhand just to brace the device a little bit, because as we push, we want to make sure the device is secure on the back of the arm. One last rest and one more rep after that, and we were all done with our B day. I'm going to scroll down to see how I did. I should have been checking that this whole time. Average 21, that's all right. I'm going to click done, finish the session. And as you guys know, we can check out this data or check out this history either in the history tab in the app. We will go find our B day under the percent of 1 RM training. And then we will also have the ability to go to the dashboard, our personal dashboard, and look for this information as well if you want to see a deeper, more specific view of each of the exercises that we ran through. But there we go. That's our B day.